The United Nations head of humanitarian affairs has called on all parties to allow safe passage for civilians fleeing the war in Ukraine. Martin Griffiths told an emergency meeting of the Security Council that civilians should be allowed to leave in the direction they choose. Negotiations to agree humanitarian corridors broke down after Moscow said it would open routes leading to its own territory or to its ally Belarus. The US ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, said the world was haunted by the images of suffering and destruction in Ukraine.
Ukrainian cities are under siege, under relentless Russian shelling. Hospitals are running out of supplies, food is dwindling, and civilian casualties are mounting while the most vulnerable group, those with disabilities, the elderly, children, continue to bear the brunt of suffering.
Ukrainian rescue workers say at least 13 people were killed when an airstrike hit an industrial bakery to the west of the capital, Kyiv. In the nearby town of Irpin, 1,000 people were taken to safety after Ukrainian forces repelled Russian attacks. The Prime Minister has insisted the UK will be as generous as it can be in accepting refugees from Ukraine after criticism the current system is too slow and restrictive. Boris Johnson said thousands more people were being processed today, but nobody would be allowed into the country without checks. The government has two schemes to admit Ukrainians fleeing the war, but the Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer said the plans were in a mess.
They keep changing the rules. The stories of what's actually happening on the ground contradict what the Home Office say. They've got to sort this out. A simple route to sanctuary. We can all see the images of desperate people fleeing for their lives, and we've got to play our part.
A new law that will allow the government to impose tougher sanctions on individuals and businesses with links to the Kremlin has been approved by MPs. The economic crime bill, which was fast-tracked through Parliament, will also strengthen the government's power to target Russian oligarchs who hide money and own property in the UK. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will address British MPs via video link tomorrow afternoon. The Speaker of the House of Commons, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, said he was pleased to grant Mr Zelensky's historic request. In other news, the actress Linda Barron has died at the age of 82. She was best known for playing nurse Gladys Emanuel in the sitcom Open All Hours, struggling to fend off the affections of Ronnie Barker's character, Arkwright.
Get out! No. Get out of my house, Arkwright!
All right, I'll buy you a meal then.
Oh, you romantic fool.
Oh, I love the way your eyes flash when you get mad.
I must be trying to civilise you. I'll say one thing for you. You're not much trouble. You've got wandering hands, but I've only got to shout burglars, and the back round your wallet lies grease lightning.
And the Queen has held her first in-person engagement since testing positive for coronavirus. She met the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau at Windsor Castle.